at all. You know, I'm all right. No, let's jump in. Come on, let's get in. It's getting quite late. It's been a busy day as ever. So what do we got here? What we're going to do, day 15, website mini-series. What I want to do is just show you how to do a bit on the editing of the button, okay? Because sometimes some things, you know, people, let me just turn that one off. Some people want to know, you know, how do you do these things? And it can hold people up. So let's get into it. Let's do it really quickly. Okay, so I'm coming up here. I'm just going to open this up a bit bigger so I can make sure you can see things. All right, so we've got no, hang on, over there. We've got the button. How can you edit it? Well, click on it. And don't forget down at the bottom here, so you got body, block, container, container, button. That way you know you're on the button. So always remember that breadcrumb trail, I think they call it, on this. And hopefully, let me just check. You can hear me. That's all right, that's all right. Okay. So on here, click the little pencil icon. It opens up the right-hand thing here above me. All right, and I'm just gonna slide myself out the way a bit. I'll come over to this side for a bit. Haven't been over this side much. Anyway, back on here. Concentrate. Come on. We're in the design side. So you got design and configure. We talked about the configure, and we've done it to the URL, which takes you off to an autoresponder if you want to use one, or another website page, and that's what we've done. But on the design side of things, let's just have a quick look at this. Now, don't forget, we're on the desktop version, so you can go through the other versions, the mobile and what have you. I'm doing it on the desktop because it's the biggest one, and hopefully you can see it better when you're watching this. Don't forget, you can do this single screen override, which means that if you wanted to just change it on the desktop, you could. But this way, all the changes happen across all of them. If you leave it, it'll do it across all 5 of the devices. Yeah, devices. Okay, so what have you got in here? You've got global style. Well, we haven't created a global style, so basically I got no style, which you could probably tell anyway. Then what you've got the text size in here. And when you're in here, don't forget, you can just slide it, and that'll slide the size of the wording on the buttons. You can also change the weight of it. So in here, so if you wanted to make it bold, actually bold looks quite good, doesn't it? Usual sort of thing. Black, oh, that's even bigger. Okay, so I've never heard that term before on there in terms of bold, and then go beyond bold. We've got letter spacing. Obviously, this is your kind of personal preference, but you can see here, you can do tight, normal, or wide. Okay. Sometimes tight looks quite good. I don't know if that's the way the eye works. Just as a little bonus here, newspapers are normally in a font based around Garamond, and I think all the testing has shown is that you read text with serifs, so that means the little bit at the end. So if you had an I, it has the little curvy top bit. Yeah, apparently the I picks it up and reads it more easily than other types of fonts. So sans serif, which means without the serif bit, without the bit on it. So like this text here doesn't have the kind of what I call the flowery bits on the end. But there we go. So that's that. So in page default, here you go. So this is what I mean. So when you get these little bits, apparently newspaper print, book print especially, is done in that style because it's the easiest to read. So there you go. Page default just comes in with whatever the page format is. Obviously then line height as well, you can do that. So if you've got multiple lines and you want to pinch the text in, you can do. We've got the background. So this is a couple of things I wanted to show you on here. So obviously you have the color, and you can do any color you want if you know the color code. But then if you highlight over some of these colors, what you will find is there will be drop downs where you can get different shades, and then you can change the opacity. So whether it is opaque or see-through. Yeah. So there you go. So you can do that, and obviously then you can come into the into the color thing and drag it to whatever code you want. Okay. Sometimes it's easier to just pick one of the standard colors, because that way you know it's going to be the same all the way through. But if you know the code of your specific color, then just type it in. So you click on the little dot and you would highlight and change that. Okay, so over there, yeah, no, you can't really see me, can you? So what I mean is, where are we? There you go. You can highlight that. You can highlight that and change it. You can just overtype it. Okay, so there you go. So that's where you can get your color for this. But what I want to show you as well, so let me just get rid of that, and I'll just shrink some of these down so you can see things again. What you have is the border. Now, I know some people like really rounded things. Some people like very straight edge things. Again, this slider here will do the corners. Okay, so let me just make sure I'm in here correctly. Border on here. So you can custom this border. And if you wanted to change it, you really can. So can you see there? Let me just come out of that. Can you see now how the button's got really rounded edges? So that's in border. And you can just do that. Hang on. Let me come in and edit the pencil here on the border and slide it back. So something that has a bit of a rounded edge, a softer rounded edge. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll come down. So quick one today. There's some of them, and then we'll come down some of the other elements of how you alter the design features of you know, these buttons and what you can do, because obviously I didn't show on the text, but you can change clearly you can change the color of things on. Here we go. Let me come into the right thing. On the text there, you can make it black, or if you wanted, you could do it white. Black stands out better as a contrast to yellow. But yeah, those sort of things here, just get familiar with it, get confident with it. And as I say, that one with the code, with your color code, stick to one or two colors that might be in your color scheme, or maybe on your logo or something like that. And that should be good. All right, that's day 15. Hope that helps. We're building up things, aren't we? Little by little. It's all good. It's all good. So what I want you to do now is go away and do it. Make sure you do it. And tell your friends about the fact that you've been watching this. If you're watching it on one of the YouTube channels, just click the subscribe, ding dong, gingangooly, and all the rest of it. You know what to do. Hey, give us a comment in there. Loving the feedback. Thank you very much for the feedback. Loving the feedback. If you want to give some more feedback and other elements you want to do, then do let me know. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for day 16. Woo-wee. God, we're singing through this. Talking of singing, where's that keyboard? Anyway, enough for now. Let's turn this thing off.